Hi guys, it don't red, it don't boom everywhere for social media. As I'm talking to you, nobody have come out to give account of $1.2 million, which our government mapped out to evacuate our citizens in Sudan. The Nigerian ambassador in Sudan has come out to say that they have not received any money, that the contract to evacuate the students in Sudan is not in their hand. Nigerians are now asking questions, saying who is in charge of $1.2 million? Guys, as they hot, our students and other Nigerian citizens are still stranded in Sudan.
I'm reaching out to you at this point on the issue of the buses that is creating tension everywhere. I just want to let you know that the embassy is not in charge of the bus contracts. We have not received any money from anybody to hire buses. We are only arranging the logistics. Those who are arranging the buses are the Ministry of Humanitarian as well in Nigeria, as well as NEMA.
My most important priority and prayer, and if I have one request to make to God Almighty this morning, is that, dear God, make our student come back safe and alive. We can deal with the massive incompetence and shenanigans of our government afterwards. But God in heaven, and please pray with me, make our student come back safe and alive. Now let me go to the shenanigan. Everybody failed. Everybody across government failed. The first question we should ask is, was the execution properly planned? No. NEMA ought not to be putting in for a military evacuation like this. There has to be a holistic board set up with national security advisor, intelligence agencies, and different diplomatic attaches weighing the situation in Sudan. The UK had something called a Cobra meeting where every line in the security architecture will sit and they'll execute a plan. The plan failed because obviously they didn't envisage that Egyptians were going to shut their border. Was that the best possible route? There were many other routes there. There was Djibouti, there was the port of Sudan, which some of the officials that are now on ground are saying might probably be a better route. Because through the port of Sudan, they've evacuated over 3,000 people. That's what Saudi Arabia has done. So was the idea to get buses to Egypt the best available option? We should have intelligence officers and diplomatic intelligence attaché with the embassy in Sudan. And there must have been a very cohesive force. So what I envisage the government should do this morning, should set up a cross-nix of various teams, NEMA, Foreign Ministry, the military intelligence unit, and they sit to recalibrate plan. Secondly, what should be done? Try as much as possible to de-escalate tensions. If possible, we need to raise more money. I know NEMA gave account. They said they spent $30,000 on every bus there. For the 40 buses, only 13 came. They released $400,000 first. If possible, de-escalate tensions. Can we have a system where at least we cater to those that are stuck at the border till we get them off the border? Also, make contingency planning for the NAF Hercules C-130 that is stuck there, that the Egyptians are collecting landing fee for every day. And can we also recalibrate our plan and look at other options? Can we shift to Port of Sudan to be able to evacuate from there? That's another line of action. Fourthly, can we have a reporting channel that directly goes to the heart of the presidency where we can monitor minute-by-minute accounts? And fourth and lastly, can people that know nothing about the evacuation stop coming to address people on Twitter about the evacuation? Because in 24 hours now, they've not been able to say anything because this was beyond their brief in the first place. Now, people should take responsibility. The situation had escalated in Sudan. A tribal crisis has ensued. I was seeing some very debilitating reports coming out yesterday. Even South Sudan is already feeling the heat. The World Food Program can't get food into South Sudan any longer. A lot of ethnic tensions. We have dropped the ball, but this is not the time to criticize. The most important point is how can we get our students back home? When we get back home, we'll deal with ourselves internally. But if I have a wish, like I said before, my prayer is, God, whatever it will take, let our students come back home.